Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is So by me, Juliana. Today we'll be making this beautiful bonnet hat without elastic or straps. You can see how beautiful it is. You see, we'll be making it with this beautiful lace trim. So if you want to know how it's done, keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making this beautiful satin bonnet hat without elastic or straps. If you look here, you can see this one. I already made this one. It doesn't have elastic or strap. So let's go straight to it. And all you need for this tutorial is your satin fabric. We'll be making it today with satin fabric, and also your tape measure, your scissors, and lace trim. I'll use this trim to decorate the hat after making it, and your pins. So let's go straight to it. Now all you need to do is to cut out your fabric like so. I've already mentioned this in a rectangular form. The easiest way, cut it in a rectangular form and fold it into two equal parts. After folding it into two equal parts, you fold again like this. Hope you are following it. And then place like so. Two equal parts, you fold into two again. Fold like so. And take your tape measure. From the end where it will show like a triangular shape. You see, when you put it like so, it's like a square. But when you put it like so, it will show triangular shape. Put it in triangular form, and place your tape on the tip of the fabric. From that tip till the end, you measure out your size. This hat we'll be using 10 inches, 10.5 inches. So I will go ahead now and cut it out. When you place it like this, you measure it. You can use your pins to put down in order to get the correct measurement, the accurate measurement. Use your pin. Just pin it down to go along this line and cut it. So I'm not gonna cut any because I already have one here. You see the exact shape we will be working with today. I've already cut out. You see, you go along and cut it like so, from this end to this end, and you have something like this. You have a circle. We have a circle like this. You see, once you have this, the next thing to do is to make sure you place your fabric. Better still, when you are cutting, make sure you place your fabric on the good side, inside, to make it easier for you. I prefer to do that, but today, because sometimes after cutting it will not match together when you are trying to re-put it to place it in the right side, to the right side, wrong side, facing up. So the best thing to do is to try to place your fabric, put the right side facing down and the wrong side facing up before you cut your circle. So now I'll go ahead and put them together, the right side facing each other, before we can go to another level. So now, after putting them together, all I will do now, the next thing to do is to use your pins to put your fabric together, both the lining and the outer one. You put them together. After placing them together, the next thing to do now is to take it to your sewing machine and stitch it together. But if you don't have a sewing machine, it's optional. You can use your needle. Like I said in my previous video, you can use your needle. You can do anything with needle. Yes, if you are determined, you can do it with your needle. It doesn't take time. Maybe it will take you much time than when you use a sewing machine. So just spin it down. Yes, so now I've finished spinning it down. The next thing to do now, I'll take it to sew it round, to sew around the circle, and I'll come back to show you guys the next step. Yes, I've finished at this stage. I've finished stitching it down, you can see. And when you are stitching it down, make sure you leave a space, you see, in between your last stitch. You see, the beginning, you started here and go around from here. Make sure you leave some space to allow to turn it out. So like so, you're gonna turn it out, turn out the good side. You turn out the good side like so. So after turning it out, you just stretch it like so to bring out the edges. So at this point, you go ahead and iron it down to make it even. You see, all the loops. Just make sure you iron down everything to make it even and flat, nice for you to continue your sewing. So, and at this time you have to cut out a band. You cut out from your leftover fabric, cut out 3 inches width fabric, a fabric that measures like 3 inches the width, but the length you have to measure round your head to know your head measurement. Mine might not be the same as yours, so you have to place the fabric like so and measure out your hair measurement. Take your hair measurement either with your tape or with your fabric. I prefer doing it with this. This will give me the accurate measurement to go for. So like so, I'll bring it out and I'll cut it off. Now I have my hair and when you are cutting, put a little bit extra fabric for your sewing allowance, for your stitching allowance. So you're gonna fold it like so. You see, it's like this, but you fold it into 2 and also iron it down. But before you do that, you can iron down the edges first. You fold like this first and iron them down to put in all this frill. You don't want to see all this fabric lying after your sewing. So I will take it to my sewing machine and iron the both down. I'll come back and show you guys the next step. Yes, at this stage, I've finished ironing it down. You can see this strap. You can see the strap. I told you guys I'll iron it. This will serve as the casing for this our bonnet cap. So I'll go now. The next thing to do now is to start putting pleats. You guys can see this. You see how I pleated the sides. So we'll go around now and pleat the whole side, round the circle. We put pleats like so. You have to pleat it like so. So I'll go now and do that with my sewing machine. But if you don't have sewing machine at this stage, you can use your needle. You can use your needle. I think it's even better to use your needle to put the pleats to gather it together. It's like putting a gathering you have to gather the whole edge. So I'll go now and do it. So I'll come back and show you guys the next step. Yes, as you guys can see, I've finished gathering the edges. It's like a pleat. Either you use your needle or your sewing machine. I use my sewing machine to gather it like this. This is the type of pleats I want. You can gather it just normal gathering. So now I will use my glue, my fabric glue. I've mentioned this in my previous video. I'll use my fabric glue to glue down this like so. So I'll go ahead now and they open up. It's like a casing where we're gonna insert this to cover up all our stitches. So I'll put it down. I'll start gluing it down like so. I'll start from this end I'll put my glue. First of all, I'll put it, you see the rough edges here. I'll put the glue and fold it down like this. Fold it like so to cover up the end. Then I'll start placing my glue. Just carefully, you take your time to do this, but at the end it's worth it. So I'll go down and do this. I'll place this like so. I'll show you guys under. You have to insert the fabric inside. It's like a casing for our hat, our bonnet hat. You see what I mean? You keep on inserting, like keep on putting your glue in between this fabric, in between your band, and it will serve as a glue, like a casing for your hat. So I will continue like this till the end. I will go around and use my glue to glue the whole strap on the bonnet. So I'll come back and show you guys the next step. Yes, I've finished almost. I'm almost done gluing the band on the bonnet hat. You see, I just want to quickly show you guys the end, how I closed it. After gluing it down, how I close the end. You see now we've reached to the end of the bonnet hat. So how you do that now? First of all, put your glue on top of the hat, and also put some glue here. Put on the both sides first, so that when you place everything, it will fall in place. So now I will go ahead and put some glue here. I will use it to fold it inside, like so. Fold like so. You see how I folded it? And when you fold it, fold the both sides neatly, just to make your work neat. Yes. So now fold down here. Let me remove some of the glue. So put a little bit glue here, and put down like so, and that's the end. The glue is all over. That's the only thing here, but apart from that, it's very easy. Just take your time. When the glue dries, you see, to have a nice and neat finishing. You see, this is the end of your band and everything. So that is it. So now after this, you have your hat is ready, but you have to allow the glue to dry for like at least 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours. Allow it to dry properly before you can wear it. And this glue is a permanent glue. It doesn't go away, it sticks forever. Once it's dry, it's permanent. So next one to do now, because I mentioned in the beginning that we use this trim. It's a lace trim, and it has the same color as our hat. So I'll use it now to decorate, to finish, to cover up the edges like this. You see what I mean? The whole idea, just to cover up and to make the hat add more beauty to the hat. You see, to cover up the edges, kind of. But it's good like this. Is good, ready to go. But I just want to give it a little bit, add little bit finishing touches, and to decorate it. So I'll equally use this glue. I'll do it like so. Look for the good side of the trim, and they place your glue at the back, the wrong side of the trim, and start gluing it. At this stage, you don't need to cut out the trim, but if you want to place it one after the other, It's totally optional. It's up to you, whatever, however you want to place it at this moment, at this time, because our bonnet hat is ready. So I'll go ahead and start placing the trims. I will continue placing it like so. You see, I've glued down these two. You see the whole idea. So I'll go ahead and finish the whole part of the bonnet hat, and I'll come back to show you the final look. Yes, at this stage, our bonnet hat, no elastic bonnet hat, no strap, is ready. You see how I place my trim? These trims are optional. If you don't want to put trim, it's totally optional, but I chose to put a little thing trim just to put a nice finishing to the hat. So yeah, I'll go ahead and try it on. You see? Do you see the look? It's so beautiful. Look at the look. This is the final look of our hat. No elastic, no trim. That's it. So this is the end of our video, our tutorial. Hope you guys like the video. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video. See you guys next time. Bye.